Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. In this episode, I will be reviewing a time-lapse video of the DULLAHAN. If you're new here, my name is Miguel, and not only do we have and provide art time-lapse videos and art challenges, but also art reviews. So here I will be reviewing the process and how I came up with a DULLAHAN and the time-lapse drawing of me sketching and adding color, and how I complete the DULLAHAN with my own version. Let's get right to it. So a lot of you may be familiar with the Headless Horseman, and apparently the Headless Horseman ghost that Ichabod Crane encountered is actually a DULLAHAN. And during that time, it was very common for the early settlers and the colonists to carry over with them folklore and traditions from Great Britain. So the DULLAHAN is a very iconic supernatural creature coming from English folklore as well. And in this version, I was able to come up with a good composition in terms of how the DULLAHAN is going to be presented, not just my own version of the DULLAHAN, but also how I constructed it to look interesting and more dynamic. So as you can see, there's a particular S shape in the composition of the whole piece, and with careful planning, if you're able to come up with a good shape, that way the eye can move around. It's easy for the eyes to kind of observe the rest of the body without resistance or any abrupt stopping point. So here I used references in terms of what other ideas that other people have come up with their own versions of the DULLAHAN and what different color schemes that they use. And so for me, I had this idea of having the horse face kind of tied up as to kind of like a little bit of a hinted backstory of my version, where perhaps the horse lost its eyes and became blind and died or something. But it's a nice little detail I just decided to add for creative liberty. So with the colors, I have a very basic red and blue contrasting color scheme going on, almost like a yin and yang. So it also plays with the S shape composition that I have. So not only do the eyes follow the shape of the cape along with the rest of the horse body, but also the contrasting colors give it more appeal and dynamism. So you could accomplish the same thing if I were to make the cape like purple. So it would be an analogous color. So it's like a color that is very similar to the other color, like purple and blue or blue and purple violet. So with analogous colors, they are essentially colors that are side by side on the color wheel. So they fall under the same spectrum, like blue and purple or purple and red violet. So in this case, it's strictly red and blue. So they're not exactly analogous because red is really on an opposing side of the color wheel. So there would be complementary colors. So that could also work too when you're having a like a half and half color effect where there's like a nice contrast, nice balance, if you will. So here I have the dark mane that complements also the dark furry feathers around the hole of where the DULLAHAN once had its head, and a little bit of like the saliva spit coming out from the horse's mouth. So just add little extra details that would make the piece more appealing. So that is the DULLAHAN. I hope you enjoy that time lapse, and let me know in the comments down below what you think of my version of the DULLAHAN. Please, if you haven't already, check out the other time-lapse videos and art reviews and art challenges in our channel. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you on the next future time-lapse art review. Take care.